Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the BirdsNestSports.com broadcast network. Mike Ritchie along with Billy Parker, Toby Burley running the camera tonight. We're glad to be here with you at Great Crossing High School in Georgetown, Kentucky. Pretty good softball game on the way as the number 13th ranked Assumption Rockets out of the Region 7 District 22. They'll be taking on the home team and the number 8 ranked team in the state, Great Crossing, the Warhawks. Head coach Jeff Portwood welcoming head coach Lisa Pinkston for a top 20 matchup here at Great Crossing High School. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back for
that need to be moved immediately.
The first pitch, and we'll get some stats and stuff for both teams as well. Glad you could join us.
Thank you.
We'll be back right after this.
For oral surgery, you need a surgeon you can trust and feel at home with. Consider Dr. Robert Henderson at Georgetown Oral and Facial Surgery. Specializing in wisdom teeth extraction, surgery to prepare for dentures, biopsies, corrective jaw surgery, TMJ disorders, and dental implants. All outpatient procedures are performed right here in our office. We participate with most insurance, we offer care credit, and take care of all the paperwork. Georgetown Oral and Facial Surgery will give you a lot to smile about.
Scott County Physical Therapy is a privately owned physical therapy practice specializing in outpatient orthopedics, sports and industrial rehab, neurological rehabilitation, low back pain, neck pain, and arthritic conditions. Our mission is to provide the highest quality physical therapy to assist each individual and the community at large. Scott County Physical Therapy, a journey to wellness. To contact the physical therapist and Scott County Physical Therapy, please dial 502-863-4242. Scott County Physical Therapy is the title sponsor for Scott County Athletics.
Scott County Schools and Bird's Nest Athletics would like to take this opportunity to thank our corporate sponsors: Bluegrass Orthopedics, Georgetown News Graphic, Denise M. Keene, Certified Public Accountant, Brickhouse Properties Real Estate, Chick-fil-A, Toyota Motor Manufacturing of Kentucky, Clark's Pump and Shop, Georgetown Community Hospital, West Banco, Greens Toyota of Lexington, Ozer Paint and Flooring, Scott County Veterinary Clinic, People's Bank, Time to Shine Car Wash, Steve Skierman, Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance, Domino's Pizza, Burger King, Galvin's on Main. This broadcast has been made possible by these corporate sponsors and viewers like you.
At Bluegrass Orthopedics, we are constantly striving to be on the cutting edge of practice and technology. This is why we're the first in the area to acquire the Stryker Mako robot to assist our physicians in knee surgeries. The Stryker Mako robot is the pioneer of robotics in orthopedic surgery and has the industry-leading experience in orthopedic robotics. This allows our doctors to be more precise and allows you to recover faster and with less pain. Bluegrass Orthopedics and Bluegrass Specialty Surgical Center, serving athletes of all ages.
Welcome back to the BirdsNestSports.com broadcast network. Mike Ritchie along with Billy Parker. And Coach, looking at the stats for both teams, what jumps out at you?
Well, we've got, it looks like 3 or 4 different players for Assumption that home run hitters abound, all 4 of them with 4 home runs. You got somebody else out there with 3, so they can hit the ball, and it looks like the top of their lineup's pretty strong too as far as always getting on base. Really excited to see this match. We've been following Assumption, and they've played some really strong teams just as Great Crossing has.
Yeah, and you look at it, you mentioned they're number 18 in the state with 24 home runs. But let's do this. Let's take a timeout. We'll come back, and we'll get ready for the first pitch. You're watching BirdsNestSports.com broadcast network. We'll be back right after this.
Oral surgery, you need a surgeon you can trust and feel at home with. Consider Dr. Robert Henderson at Georgetown Oral and Facial Surgery. Specializing in wisdom teeth extraction, surgery to prepare for dentures, biopsies, corrective jaw surgery, TMJ disorders, and dental implants. All outpatient procedures are performed right here in our office. We participate with most insurance, we offer care credit, and take care of all the paperwork. Georgetown Oral and Facial Surgery will give you a lot to smile about.
Scott County Physical Therapy is a privately owned physical therapy practice specializing in outpatient orthopedics, sports and industrial rehab, neurological rehabilitation, low back pain, neck pain, and arthritic conditions. Our mission is to provide the highest quality physical therapy to assist each individual and the community at large. Scott County Physical Therapy, a journey to wellness. To contact the physical therapist and Scott County Physical Therapy, please dial 502-863-4242. Scott County Physical Therapy is the title sponsor for Scott County Athletics.
Scott County Schools and Bird's Nest Athletics would like to take this opportunity to thank our corporate sponsors: Bluegrass Orthopedics, Georgetown News Graphic, Denise M. Keene, Certified Public Accountant, Brickhouse Properties Real Estate, Chick-fil-A, Toyota Motor Manufacturing of Kentucky, Clark's Pump and Shop, Georgetown Community Hospital, West Banco, Greens Toyota of Lexington, Ozer Paint and Flooring, Scott County Veterinary Clinic, People's Bank, Time to Shine Car Wash, Steve Skierman, Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance, Domino's Pizza, Burger King, Galvin's on Main. This broadcast has been made possible by these corporate sponsors and viewers like you.
At Bluegrass Orthopedics, we are constantly striving to be on the cutting edge of practice and technology. This is why we're the first in the area to acquire the Stryker Mako robot to assist our physicians in knee surgeries. The Stryker Mako robot is the pioneer of robotics in orthopedic surgery and has the industry-leading experience in orthopedic robotics. This allows our doctors to be more precise and allows you to recover faster and with less pain. Bluegrass Orthopedics and Bluegrass Specialty Surgical Center, serving athletes of all ages.
Welcome back to the BirdsNestSports.com broadcast network. Mike Ritchie along with Billy Parker. And Billy, you mentioned some stats for Assumption. Looking at the Great Crossing stats, what jumps out at you?
Well, Lonnie Valencia, over 500 batting average. That's just unbelievable, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
I've also noticed I haven't been to a few games for the past week or so. I've noticed there's been some action in the lineup, so we've got a little bit of movement there. But it looks like we've got Lane Ogle behind actually on the rubber, so it looks like that'll be a typical starter. So we're ready to rock and roll here, aren't we?
Yes, sir. Looking at the defensive lineup for the Warhawks, out in left field, you got Riley McAllister. Brooklyn Booth is out in center field. Katie Baker is out in right field. The third baseman is Cameron Luckadoo. The shortstop's Delaney Sullivan. Destiny Reed's over at second base, and Nani Valencia is down at first. Catching tonight is Kendall Mead, and pitching is Lane Ogle. Ogle has started 12 games, pitched 52 innings, 62 hits, 27 runs, 22 of those are earned. Only 9 walks to 45 strikeouts, her record is 6-2 with an ERA of 2.96. So expect her to throw strikes pretty much consistently. What do you think, Billy?
Yeah, I think so for sure. We're missing Bianca Wood behind the plate, but Kendall Mead is familiar with that territory for sure.
First pitch outside to the shortstop for Assumption. Emily Speaker, the junior, batting .448, hitting from the right side. Landry Sipes is on deck. Next pitch is outside. Your umpires for tonight's ball game behind the plate. Pretty veteran crew, we'll say extremely veteran crews. You have Mike Akers behind the plate, and out of first base is Billy Isaac. So the count's 2-0 to the leadoff hitter. She pops it up. Out into center field is Brooklyn Booth. Easy catch out in left center field for the first out of the ball game.
Now batting left field, Landry Sipes.
Good to see Brooklyn Booth back. I know she's been back a few games. Hadn't seen her out there for a little bit.
Landry Sipes, the left fielder, wearing number 13, a sophomore, hitting in the 2 spot tonight. First pitch outside. So typically we've been seeing Lane Ogle getting that outside pitch consistently, but Mike Akers tonight says, nope, we're not going to give you the black part of the plate.
Yeah, she's got to bring in just a hair there, doesn't she?
Off-speed pitch right down the pipe. Strike one. The count evens up. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 out here. Great night for some softball. 82 degrees and probably partly cloudy is officially what it says, but I just call it gorgeous. Off-speed pitch is low, and the count goes to 2 ball, 1 strike. Ball hit down the left field line. On the move is Riley McAllister. 2 steps from the warning track, makes the play right in front of the 205 sign. So 2 up, 2 outs for the Warhawks. And that'll bring up the number 3 hitter, the center fielder, batting .446. Wearing number 99 is Olivia Paston. Hitting from the left side.
No reprieve for these first 4 batters for Assumption. I mean, you've got 4 of them all hovering around .450 batting average.
First pitch, outside corner. Back-to-back strikes, pretty much the same location, and Lane Ogle finds herself ahead in the count. 0-2 here with 2 outs in the top of the first inning. I'll get in the habit and start keeping the scoreboard for you so you can see how many outs there are. Won't guarantee I won't miss it up 3 or 4 times. With that foul ball out of play, in the bullpen area. So the count stays 0-2, 2 outs here, 2 pop-ups, one to Booth out in center and one to McAllister in left field. 0-2 pitch, high outside. Wow. So like we said, Assumption in the Kentucky Softball Coaches Association poll comes in ranked 13. Great Crossing comes in ranked number 8. So the count evens up 2 balls, 2 strikes on the senior center fielder for Assumption High School. All-girls school in Louisville, Kentucky. 2-2 pitch. Shot back up the middle, right past the glove of Lane Ogle. Destiny Reed couldn't get to it, so a 2-out single in the books.
Now batting first base, Arabian Gibson.
So first hit of the ball game.
Reagan Gibson comes into this game with the highest batting average for Assumption at 488.
First pitch swinging, foul ball over the first base dugout. So a nice base hit by Olivia Paston. She was down 0-2, worked at 2-2, fouled one off. And on the 6th pitch, he hits it right back where it came from. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Can't stay off the high fastball. Fouls it straight back into the net. Like you said, the normal catcher for Great Crossing is out with an injury. That's Bianca Wood. Nothing too serious. Outside pitch. Good lead out there by Paston out on first base. Ground ball. Past the diving Luckadoo at third. McAllister on the knee. Gets it in quickly to Delaney Sullivan. So back-to-back 2-out hits. 4.
Now batting the DB, Sam Schaefer.
The Rockets has runners at first and second base with 2 outs.
The junior up batting 367 coming into today.
Yep, Sam Schaefer, the DP today, wearing number 2. First pitch outside. He was pretty, he extended the play a little bit on the lefty there on the outside pitch, but he's calling it right. Has to catch all white for him to call the strike, it looks like today, and he's pretty consistent. He's one of the best. Mike Akers behind the plate. Just like that, he must have heard me and says, I'll show you. You don't know what in the heck you're talking about. And the count evens up 1 ball, 1 strike.
Oh, that's great.
So 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 runners on. Paston out at second, Gibson over at first base, and Schaefer in the box. She lays off the high pitch, and the count goes to 2 ball, 1 strike. If somebody could move that pole for me so I could see the scoreboard, I'd really appreciate it. Our Player of the Game trophy today is sponsored by Burger King. So the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. A lot of deuces on the board. We're scoreless here in the first inning at Great Crossing High School in Georgetown, Kentucky. Number 13 Assumption makes the short trip from Louisville to take on the number 8 Warhawks from Great Crossing. Outside pitch, and the count goes full. Three-two pitch, strike 3 call. Pretty much a little bit maybe high, but if you're a Great Crossing fan, you'll definitely take it. So 3 outs. And some little bit of damage is done, but no runs are scored.
2 hits, 2 runners left off.
Ogle gives up back-to-back singles with 2 outs and comes back and gets the 3-2 strikeout to Sam Schaefer. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back. You're watching high school softball on the BirdsNestSports.com broadcast network. Back after this.
Ever wonder where the capital A in Chick-fil-A came from? It started with grade A, top quality chicken. But we believed everything, not just the food, should be grade A.
A is for above and beyond.
An extra level of care.
A game.
From caring for our guests in our community to cleanliness and safe service with a My Pleasure. A is for all the little things we do to bring you our best every day.
A little funky dance.
And that too.
Welcome back to the BirdsNestSports.com broadcast network. Now it's Assumption's turn to be on defense. Pitching for them is Olivia Casey. Casey on the season, looking at the stats for Assumption. She's pitched in 13 games, 45.1 innings, 65 hits, 38 runs, 31 of those been earned, 14 walks to 27 strikeouts. 14 walks, 27 strikeouts, 2 and is a record 4.79.
And for me, that's a good sign, seeing 45 innings pitched and just 27 strikeouts.
First pitch is Cameron Luckadoo, the sophomore third baseman, batting .482 for the Warhawks. And again, 14 walks to 27 strikeouts. Not quite as impressive as Lane Older, who's 45 strikeouts to 9 walks, but both of them are going to get the ball close to the plate, so you got to be aggressive. And Luckadoo looked like she got a little bit fooled on that off-speed pitch.
She'll bounce back.
So bottom of the second inning here, our first inning. First time we get to see the Warhawks behind or at the plate. And there you go. Base hit in the 6-hole.
All right, she's got 13 stolen bases for the year, just 2 behind Delaney Sullivan, who leads the team. So I'm curious to see if she's going to try and even that up. You can't catch either one of them, Mike. I'll be shocked if that ever happens.
Well, Delaney Sullivan hitting from the left side, playing shortstop. Also a sophomore, batting .470. Pitch outside, expecting a bunt from Miss Sullivan. Her older sister, Kennedy, had a great tournament in the Conference USA softball tournament. MVP. Can't get any better than that.
That's great, yes.
Her sister was the pitcher and MVP of the state tournament. There's the steal. Not in time. Luckadoo head first. And her mom's got to be happy with that. That means the uniform has to be washed tonight.
Mm-hmm. 1 stolen base behind her counterpart at the plate, Miss Sullivan now.
So 2 balls, no strikes. Casey finds herself behind. Outside pitch. Quickly, the defensive lineup. Landry Sipes out in left. Olivia Paston in center. Amelia Kaysen in right. Izzy Rushing at third. Emily Speaker at short. Lacey Hughes at second. First base is Reagan Gibson. And Regan Monroe behind the dish. Off-speed pitch. Called a strike. The count goes 3 ball, 1 strike. And Monroe made a good throw out there. Just the shortstop was a little bit quick with the tag.
Mm-hmm.
It'd have been a really close play. She goes running in the box, pops it up to the center fielder. Olivia Paston, she's underneath of it. Nowhere for Luckadoo to go, so she's back to the bag and 1 out.
Catcher, Kendall Meade.
Kendall Meade, the catcher, the sophomore, up next for Great Crossing. Batting .389, in for the injured Bianca Ward. With 1 out here in the bottom of the first inning. Can't lay off the high fastball. Third baseman over there, Izzy Rushing, calls off Casey for the out. So after the leadoff single, 2 outs in a row on fly balls. A pop-up to the center fielder. And a pop-up, short pop-up called off by the third baseman, Izzy Rushing, and bring up Nani Valencia. And she's just batting .554. The senior.
Yep.
She's heading to Western Kentucky University as well.
I had the honor of being present at the senior awards last night for Great Crossing High School, and ironically, as we see an intentional walk there, not a bad move by Assumption there. They were announcing all of her awards she was getting for Western Kentucky, and she belts a home run, so we made sure to let them know that on stage.
That's awesome.
She had a good reason to not be there.
So Reagan LaPierre, the DP, batting .235, is the senior. Off-speed pitch, strike one. Runners at first and second. Luckadoo out at second base. Had a single in the 6-hole. Stole second base. Nani Valencia, good move by the Assumption coaching staff, an intentional walk. Nothing against Reagan LaPierre, but you don't want Nani Valencia to beat you. You have any choice with it.
Yeah, this is just the 18th at bat, I believe, for LaPierre, so she hasn't been to the plate too much this year.
Foul ball down the left field line. Good hustle out there by the shortstop. She has the ball, but she runs into the fence. Pretty tough play out there. Hopefully she's okay. Hats off to her. Great attempt by the shortstop. She actually made the play, and the fence dropped the ball loose. The coach is going to come out and make sure she's okay. Good hustle.
Mike, now might be a good time to point out we've got a lot of action around the campus here today. We've got our Scott County Schools Senior Parade that was from carryover from last year's COVID that we are doing, and all three schools, Scott County High School, Great Crossing High School, and Phoenix Horizon, all their seniors are going to be making a tour around town.
A line drive to the third base. Our first baseman for the third out of the inning.
They have one hit.
So Great Crossing, no runs on one hit, no error, 2 runners left on base. We'll come back for the first innings line totals when we get back. You're watching high school softball on the Bird's Nest Sports Broadcast Network. Back after this.
Georgetown means great cars, great local sports, great people, and Galvin's, a great place where friends meet for great Galvin's food. Galvin's voted the best local restaurant in Georgetown. Enjoy a great specialty sandwich from Philly cheesesteaks to Strombolis. Bring the whole family. Watch the big games on the big screens. You'll watch the game. We'll make the munchies like our signature pizzas and home-cut potato chips. Galvin's on Main Street next to the courthouse. Join us on Facebook for all the latest Galvin's action.
Welcome back to the BirdsNestSports.com broadcast network. Mike Ritchie along with Billy Parker. And looking at your line total for the first inning. For Assumption, no runs on 2 hits, no errors. Great Crossing, no runs on 1 hit and no error. So 1 inning in the books. Pretty much what we expected. Well, surprisingly, a couple of hits given up, but they've done a great job getting out of the inning. So 1 inning in the books. Leading off the second inning for Assumption will be the number 7 hitter, Regan Monroe, batting .233, catching tonight.
Leading the team with 7 walks. She also is part of the 4 home run club for Assumption.
Yeah, it's kind of amazing. You were talking about Nani Valencia's batting average, .554, is not in the top 25 in the state.
Oh, wow.
You have to be batting .591 to be in the top 25. I like to say that a lot of mom and daddy stats going on probably right there, but .554 is nothing to get upset about. Take that all day long, swing and a miss, and the count goes no balls, 2 strikes. Quickly working his lane over.
Monroe just batting, .233, I believe.
Outside just a hair. Count goes 1 ball, 2 strikes. Foul tip, Meade unable to hold on to it, so staying alive is Regan Monroe.
See Cal Oaks down there just tweeting away.
One-two pitch. She got the fastball in her hands, but she was able to foul it off the third base dugout.
Goes back outside.
So Amelia Casey, the right fielder, runs the count to 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ground ball, diving is Destiny Reed up on the knees. One hopper and thrown out at first base.
Right.
Great play over there by Destiny Reed. A good pickup on the short hop by Nani Valencia. Gets him out. So the first out of the inning, 4-3.
Reagan.
That was a great play right there. So now batting is Reagan Monroe, the catcher, hitting .233, finds herself with the count even, 1 ball, 1 strike here. Got a little issue with the Assumption lineup. We'll get that figured out. Count 2 ball, 1 strikes to the sophomore catcher. Ball hit in the gap in left center field. And it's over the Galvin sign for a home run. Off the bat of Regan Monroe. Yep, she got her money's worth on that one. They've now got a leader with 5 home runs.
Now batting the shortstop, Izzy Rushing.
I'm sure Lane will be able to shake that off and come at this next batter, Isabel Rushing.
So that's a good way to get an RBI. And the nice thing about that was a no-doubter. So if you're going to give up one, you might as well make the fans happy. One out here on the nice play by Destiny Reed. And she doesn't make that play, that's a 2-run shot.
That's right.
I'll tell you what, Assumption is on the fastball right now. 2 shots back up the middle. Hard hit balls. And then that long home run.
Now batting the third baseman, Lacey Hughes.
4th hit of the ball game for the Rockets. That'll bring up the number 9 hitter, Lacey Hughes, batting 192 as the second baseman. First pitch ball.
Caught strike, 1-1's the count.
So 1 out here in the top of the second inning. Outside corner, 1-2.
We'll take it.
Count.
We'll take it.
One-two pitch. Pop up into the glove of Delaney Sullivan for the second out of the inning. And we'll roll back to the top, and that's Emily Speaker.
Second baseman, Emily Speaker.
We had her playing shortstop. I was informed now she's playing second base. But as I told the players when I coached them, it doesn't matter where you're playing as long as you're in the lineup. Flew out the Brooklyn Booth out in center field the first time up. Takes ball 1. That pitch called a strike. One pitch outside, ball 2.
Oh, we're being careful with the Speaker, leading the team in hits with 26.
Home plate umpire decided to open it up just a little bit. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs in the second inning.
I think he did hear you talking about him.
Yeah, he's probably got me. He's probably listening to us on the phone.
That's right.
With an earpiece in. Pitch outside, delayed steal, and she's in there easily. Is Izzy rushing? Kind of caught the defense for Great Crossing a little bit sleepy right there, and the count goes full. 3 balls, 2 strikes to the leadoff hitter, Emily Speaker. Just outside, and the free pass. Be the first walk of the ball game, given up by Lane Ogle. And they'll have runners at first and second.
Landry Sykes.
Coach Pritwood says, I'm going to take a timeout. And what's he going to tell him here, Billy? No pressure on you, but...
Yeah, no, I think he's just make sure they're settled in, no nerves. We're in a good spot right now. We're in a good spot. Just be careful. Just be careful.
So Landry Sipes, the left fielder, batting .413, only a sophomore, flew out about 1.5 steps in front of the warning track down the left field line as Riley McAllister made the play and ran into the 205 sign after she caught the ball.
Brand new signs. We officially measured it today.
There you go.
We were led to believe it was 210. Come to find out, put the tape on it, a little short.
Strike call. So Lane Ogle ahead in the count here to Landry Sipes. The 0-1 pitch with runners. Ball into short left field. There we go. Underneath of it is Riley McAllister, so 3 outs in the inning. But a little bit of damage done as the Rockets have a 1-run homer with 2 hits, no errors, and 2 runners left on base. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back. You're watching high school softball on the Birds Nest Sports.com broadcast network. Back after this.
Oral surgery, you need a surgeon you can trust and feel at home with. Consider Dr. Robert Henderson at Georgetown Oral and Facial Surgery, specializing in wisdom teeth extraction, surgery to prepare for dentures, biopsies, corrective jaw surgery, TMJ disorders, and dental implants. All outpatient procedures are performed right here in our office. We participate with most insurance, we offer care credit, and take care of all the paperwork. Georgetown Oral and Facial Surgery will give you a lot to smile about.
Welcome back to the BirdsNestSports.com broadcast network. Mike Ritchie along with Billy Parker. And finally got some corrections on the lineup. So Emily Speaker is actually playing second base. Izzy Rushing is actually playing shortstop. And Lacey Hughes is down at third base.
Leading off for the Warhawks, second baseman, Destiny Reed.
So we go to the bottom of the second inning. Great Crossings finds himself down 1-0 here early in the ball game.
Well, you know, Assumption doesn't make it easy on us with no numbers on the front of their jerseys, so I'm going to throw us a free pass on that one.
I use my Harrison County education very well. I can read, and that's what the coach put down on the lineup, but all they really care about is where you're hitting in the lineup from an umpire's perspective. And probably the announcer and the play-by-play guy and the parents are the only one that cares where they're at in the field. So we've got our priority straight, and we go to the bottom of the second inning. That'll be Destiny Reed, a great play in the top of the second inning. She goes full stretch, comes up on the knees and throws out Amelia Casey for the first out in the last inning, and she'll lead off. Playing second base, hitting .273 on the season.
Got to chase that outside.
Yep, first strikeout of the ball game for
Now batting
Olivia Casey. That'll bring up Lane Ogle, the junior pitcher for the Warhawks, batting .326. Nice walk-up music there. A little bit of Florida-Georgia line. Pitch is high. Katie Baker going to Trancey next year is on deck for the Warhawks. Ogle thought about it and probably should have. Pitch is called a strike by Mike Akers. The count evens up, 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the 1-1 pitch from Casey. Hard shot picked up cleanly by Izzy Rushing. Over to Gibson at first. 2 up, 2 down. That's a good defensive play right there. That ball was hit
the right fielder,
pretty well.
Baker.
Katie Baker batting .354 is the right fielder. Two outs here in the bottom of the second inning. Assumption with the early lead, 1-0. Ball hit down the line, just foul. Nice backhand play by Lacey Hughes. Like the senior parade is getting ready to get started. It's supposed to start at 6:30 tonight. Just outside, the count evens up, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, parking here for the game was a little tight with Phoenix Horizons students lining up here.
Ball high, and the count goes 2 ball, 1 strikes. Again, player of the game tonight will be presented, being sponsored by Burger King. Nice shot down the line. Gets past the left fielder, Landry Sipes, and around to second is Katie Baker.
Nice shot bouncing off the fence there.
Yeah, great crossing. Is number 13 in the state with 61 doubles. Now make it 62. They're also number 19 in the state with triples at 14.
Sure would be nice to have one of those triples right about now.
Second hit of the ball game for the Warhawks. And that'll bring up Brooklyn Booth, the center fielder, batting .222. Off-speed pitch high. Second hit of the ball game for the Warhawks. Shot down the right field. Underneath of it is Amelia Casey. And 3 outs in the inning.
With Red Crossings in the bottom of the second, they have 1 hit.
A 2-out double is stranded.
Left on base.
Out at second base.
And after 2 complete.
They'll take a timeout. We'll come back with the line totals through 2. You're watching high school softball on the BirdsNestSports.com broadcast network. Back after this.
Hi, Dick Stockton here. I've been announcing sports for over 40 years, and I know a winning team when I see one. Greens Toyota of Lexington has what it takes to win, which is why Greens is Kentucky's #1 Toyota dealer 2 years running. Family owned for over 40 years, Greens strives to give excellent customer service and best value for the dollar. No matter what department, parts, service, or sales, Greens continues to move forward doing business the right way every day. Be a part of Greens' winning team. Greens Toyota. Great people, great cars. Think green.
Welcome back to the BirdsNestSports.com broadcast network. Mike Ritchie along with Billy Parker. Here's we go to the top of the third inning, and through 2 innings complete, you can see your line totals. Assumption, 1 run. That would be a home run off the bat of Regan Monroe. To go along with 4 hits, great crossings, no runs on 2 hits, so 2 innings in the books. Assumption with the early lead, 1-0.
Mike, did you expect anything less than a close matchup tonight?
I mean, pretty much every game we've done this year has been a good ball game. I think we only had one that you look at and you go, it was a little bit bigger margin than I thought we would have. So pretty much what I expected when you get 2 top 15 teams in the state. battling with each other. So leading off the top of the third inning for the Rockets from Assumption is Olivia Paston, the center fielder, hitting from the left side and fouls that one almost over to the baseball field.
She's first on the team in RBIs and second in hits and part of that 4 home run club. Her bat ain't bashful.
Nope. Outside evens up the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the 1-1 pitch from Ogle. Outside ball 2. One pitch just inside. The count goes 2-2. Another ball hit into the gap. This time right center field. Booth picks it up. But Paston, a stand-up double. Give her her second hit of the ball game. That'll be the 5th hit.
Reagan Gibson.
For the Rockets. Tell you what, Assumption's swinging the bat well. That's 5 hits, and all 5 hits have been hit pretty solidly. First pitch called strike 1. So Paston with 2 hits, the single up the middle and the double to the fence in right center field. Ball popped up. Underneath of it, calling for it is Delaney Sullivan out at shortstop. That'll bring up Sam Schaefer, the DP, struck out in the first inning for the 3rd out.
Schaefer.
We're back in action Fridays. We'll head over to Scott County's home field as they will take on the district rival, Frederick Douglass.
Swing and miss, strike 2.
Yep, 0-2 is the count. Pitch high and outside, ball 1. One-two pitch inside. You can't lay off of it. Second strikeout of the ball game for Wayne Over. Both of those have been Sam Schaefer. So 2 outs in the inning. And that'll bring up Amelia Kaysen, the right fielder.
That one at least wasn't looking.
Yep. Had a good shot up the middle that was stopped with a diving catch by Destiny Reed at second. They threw her out by a half step.
She leads the team in extra base hits too, I believe. I think she's yet to get a triple, a lot of doubles and home runs.
Found straight back. Count goes to 0-2. 2 outs here in the 3rd inning. Lead-off double into the gap in right center field by Olivia Paston. Then had a pop-up to Delaney Sullivan and a strikeout. Called strike 3. So back-to-back strikeouts.
For Assumption, they had
So Assumption strains the
1 runner left on
double.
base after 2.5.
So no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left on base. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back. You're watching high school softball on the BirdsNestSports.com broadcast network. Back to this.
Your health means everything. That's why we work to help keep you safe when you come to us for care. That's also why it's so important to not delay getting the care that you need. Whether it's an emergency, a checkup, or time for a screening like your annual mammogram, get the care that your health needs now, because your health means everything to us too.
There's your camera cord. What's that? Welcome back to the BirdsNestSports.com broadcast network. Mike Ritchie, along with Billy Parker. We go to the bottom of the third inning. Great Crossing finds himself down 1-0. Wayne Ogle's given up 5 hits up to this point. Olivia Casey's only given up 2. So leading off for the Warhawks at the top of the lineup is
Cameron Luckadoo.
the third baseman, Cameron Luckadoo. As 3 sophomores will come to bat here in this inning for the Warhawks. Cameron Luckadoo starts it off. Delaney Sullivan on deck, and then Kendall Mead in the 3 spot. Cameron had a lead-off single in the first, down 0-2, and hit a ball in the 6 hole. Stowed second, was stranded at second. First pitch, off speed, strike 1 call. Good crowd here tonight at the ball field. Off speed, ball 2. Or excuse me, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Luckadoo batting .482 on the season. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Strike 2. Here's the 1-2 pitch from Casey. Ball hit in the gap. It skims the top of the fence and goes out of the ballpark. So a leadoff home run off the bat of Cameron Luckadoo.
Now batting, shortstop, Delaney Sullivan.
So Cameron's able to tie this ball game up.
Like a quarter lick.
So now batting will be the left-handed hitting Delaney Sullivan. If I'm not mistaken, that ball hit the top of the fence and barely skimmed the top of the fence. But it doesn't matter if it goes 206 or 306. So great job by the sophomore leadoff hitter. 2 for 2 in the ball game. Third hit of the ball game for Great Crossing. Delaney flew out to the center fielder, Olivia Paston. She hits that ball well out into center field, and it's off the wall. She's going for 3. Here comes the throw. It's not in time, and she goes head first. So a good way to follow up the leadoff home run.
Now batting, the catcher, Kendall Mead.
Delaney Sullivan had her mind made up before she touched second base. Kind of surprised everybody, but the throw into Emily Spencer, no shot at the speedy Delaney Sullivan. And she goes head first into third base for the 4th hit of the ball game for the Warhawks. And the Warhawks making some noise here as Kendall Mead's at the plate. First pitch swinging, calling for it is Reagan Gibson over at first base. That'll be the first out of the inning, and that'll be up to Nani Valencia.
Nani Valencia.
Had an intentional walk in the first inning. We'll see what they'll do with her here with 1 out. They might put her on and set up the double play ball, but it looks like they're going to let her swing. That's the 15th triple for the Warhawks. Number 19 in the state in that ranking with 15 triples. First pitch is an off-speed across the outside part of the plate. Strike 1 called. One out here in the bottom of the third inning. 0-1 pitch.
fouled back, and Valencia finds herself behind in the count. No balls, 2 strikes. Trying to put the ball in play. Pretty much a ground ball to the middle infielders, a routine fly ball. She's going to score Sullivan with her speed over at third base. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Outside, ball 1.
So I'll step away for just a moment, and all kinds of good stuff happens.
Yep.
Send me back to the parking lot if we need it again, I guess.
Here's the 1-2 pitch. She pops it up into short right center field. Casing with it. Sullivan on the hustle. Forced the throw, and a good job there. So an F9 in the books for Valencia for the second out. And they're going to say it's a sack now, as they said she did not tag up.
For Great Crossings, they have 1 run on 2 hits. No runners left on base after 3 complete. Assumption 1, Great Crossings nothing.
So Valencia was being aggressive, Sullivan was being aggressive over first base, or third base. A little bit too aggressive as she gets called out for leaving the bag early. So 3 outs for the Warhawks, but they were able to tie up the score. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back with the stat line through 3 innings. You're watching high school softball on the BirdsNestSports.com broadcast network. Back after this.
Kierman, agency manager at the Scott County Farm Bureau Insurance, would like you to know that as your local insurance agent, he is right here in your community, ready to help you with all your insurance needs. In the event of a loss, you can count on Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance to help you through it. We have local claims adjusters to serve you at your time of loss. We are knowledgeable about our community and can provide valuable assistance and advice when needed. Call the office today at 502-863-2454 for a free, no obligation quote. Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance, big on commitment.
Welcome back to the BirdsNestSports.com broadcast network. A little bit of excitement right there as Nana Valencia hits one out into the short right center field. Coming up with it is Amelia Kaysen. Sullivan looked like she tagged from third, but I don't know if she left early or didn't get back all the way, but they called her out regardless for the third out of the inning. But off the bat of Cameron Luckadoo, she ties up this ball game as it goes 1-1 as we go into the top of the 4th inning. First pitch, strike called. Good ball game up to this point.
The home run leader being patient.
Yep. Regan Monroe hit a bomb to left center field her first time up. Got her. Swing and a miss. So the 4th strikeout of the ball game for Lane Over.
Now batting the shortstop, Izzy Rushing.
Izzy Rushing, the junior shortstop. Had a single up the middle, stole second, stranded at second base in the 2nd inning. Strike is the call.
We've been graced by the presence of District Athletic Director D.T. Wells as he's trying to mess up our broadcast.
Pop up out to right field. Underneath of it is Katie Baker.
But fortunately, he didn't mess up that catch. Good job, Katie Baker.
Second out of the inning.
Lacey Hughes.
That'll bring up Lacey Hughes, the 3rd baseman, batting 192 on the season. Chopper, glove by Oval, over to Valencia. So an easy inning for the Warhawks. 3 up, 3 down, no runs, no hits, no errors.
After 3.5.
And we'll take a timeout. We'll come back.
1-1.
You're watching high school softball on the BirdsNestSports.com broadcast network. Back after this.
Surgery, you need a surgeon you can trust and feel at home with. Consider Dr. Robert Henderson at Georgetown Oral and Facial Surgery. Specializing in wisdom teeth extraction, surgery to prepare for dentures, biopsies, corrective jaw surgery, TMJ disorders, and dental implants. All outpatient procedures are performed right here in our office. We participate with most insurance, we offer care credit, and take care of all the paperwork. Georgetown Oral and Facial Surgery will give you a lot to smile about.
Scott County Physical Therapy is a privately owned physical therapy practice specializing in outpatient orthopedics, sports and industrial rehab, neurological rehabilitation, low back pain, neck pain, and arthritic conditions. Our mission is to provide the highest quality physical therapy to assist each individual and the community at large. Scott County Physical Therapy, a journey to wellness. To contact the physical therapist and Scott County Physical Therapy, please dial 502-863-4242. Scott County Physical Therapy is the title sponsor for Scott County Athletics.
Welcome back to the BirdsNestSports.com broadcast network. Looks like there's a new pitcher for Assumption. Looks like it's going to be Amelia Kaysen. Or excuse me. We'll figure it out here real quick for you. It's going to be number 23.
Leading off for Great Crossings, the designated
Reagan Gibson. Yeah,
Lapierre.
So Reagan Gibson goes to the mound for she's pitched just about as much as Miss Casey has. Not quite as many pitches, but still in over 700. Yep, looks like we got a new first baseman over there. Need to figure out who that is. It might be Sam Schaefer. We'll check it out and get it to you here in a second. Swinging away on that first pitch is Reagan LaPierre with the strike. So Nani Valencia is the last batter faced for Olivia Casey. 0-2 is the count. So Casey pitches 3 innings. Gives up 4 hits, 1 run, it was earned. Had an intentional walk and 1 strikeout. Not a bad day at the office. Pierre fouls it off into the back of the screen. So LaPierre finds herself behind the count here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Hitter. Hit by pitch. That's the way you can get on first base. Now drop it back to Destiny Reed. The second baseman struck out in the 2nd inning. Another one of the super sophomores, Mike. So Coach Portwood giving a little bit of assistance here. Wonder if he's telling her to lay off that outside pitch. I'm not quite for sure. Looks like number 10, maybe. Looks like number 18, I think. Emily Rose, is that correct? I was thinking it's Riley McAllister, but you might be right. Yeah, she is the flex. That's your job. I don't have to have good eyes to do play-by-play. I believe, yeah. Consensus is that's Riley McAllister. Swing and a miss. How many eyes does it take to figure out who the winner is? We're going to blame it on the ponytail, guys. Oh, DT Wells is back. Let's blame it on him. Strike 3 call. Oh, we'll take that. Oh, no, we won't. We won't take that. That's Destiny Reed. Excuse me.
Now pit back.
I said one more. Excuse me. Excuse me. I thought we had one more. So now batting is Lane Ogle. Ground out to the shortstop in the 2nd inning for the 2nd out. 1 out here. Riley McAllister over at first base. Playing left field is the flex player. So Reagan Gibson on the mound for Assumption. Ball gets away, and McAllister down to second base on the pass ball. Looking at the stats for Reagan Gibson, she's pitched in 42.1 innings, 42 hits, 38 runs, 28 of those earned, 22 walks to go with 55 strikeouts, 2-1 record, 4.63 ERA. So she can strike you out, but she also can give up some free passes looking at the statistics. So LaPierre hit by pitch. McAllister goes in to run for her. And heads down to second base on a pass ball. Counts 3-1 to Lane Ogle, hitting .326, trying to give herself the lead. Strike the call, and it goes to full. Ball popped up. First baseman underneath of it makes the play.
Now batting the right fielder, Katie Baker.
And that's Sam Schaefer now playing first base.
Lays off high and outside.
Yep. So 2 outs here in the 4th inning. Katie Baker, the right fielder, had a double down the left field line. That pitch called strike 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike here in the bottom of the 4th inning. One pitch, swing and a miss. Strike 2.
Katie Baker looks down at Coach Portwood for instruction.
Swing and a miss on the off-speed pitch. So 2 strikes in the inning for
Great Crossings.
Reagan Gibson.
No runs, no hits, 1 runner left on base.
Great Crossing strands the runner out at second.
Assumption
No runs,
Great Crossings 1.
and no hits, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. We'll come back for the top of the 5th inning. You're watching BirdsNestSports.com softball. Back after this. Welcome back to the BirdsNestSports.com broadcast network. Mike Ritchie, along with Billy Parker. 4 innings in the books. Looking at your line totals. Assumption, 1 run on 5 hits. No errors. Great Crossing, 1 run on 4 hits. And no errors. A great baseball. Great softball game up to this point. Leading off at the top of the lineup is Emily Speaker, the second baseman, batting .448 on the season. 0 for 1 the ball game with a walk.
You want to be safe, Mike, you can call it stick ball.
There you go. Strike called. The count evens up at 1 ball and 1 strike. Taken all the way, and the count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Top of the 5th inning. Let me get the scoreboard up to date for you. Taking donations for the scorekeeper, as I mess it up about half the time. So Emily Speaker, Landry Sipes, and Olivia Paston, the first 3 batters for the Rockets. Got her. Swing and miss.
Now, left fielder, Landry.
Lane Ogle racking up the strikeouts tonight. That's 5 of them.
Now, if she's going to stay consistent, Miss Sipes is going to hit this over to Miss McAllister in left field. What do you think?
I'll let you know in about 5 minutes. Landry Sipes, the left fielder, as Billy said, 0 for 2. Both of those have been fly balls to left field. Luckadoo about a step in front of the third base bag. Off-speed pitch, strike called. Trying to see if she would chase right there. Ball 1. One pitch. Looked like it was high, but he calls it a strike. So 1 and 2 is now the count. Third base coach for Assumption says, hey, can I have a word with you real quick? She asked Miss Landry Sipes to come down and talk to her.
If I'm Lane Ogle, I'm going back high and inside. Because I'm like you, Mike.
Off-speed pitch, looked good. Count goes 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Just outside, ball 3.
Looks like Lane's thinking about this one. She wants to know the count.
Yep, 3 balls, 2 strikes.
What's she going to dial up for right here?
Foul ball. So we're in the top of the 5th inning here. 1 out. Ball hit hard down the third base line, foul.
You ought to get extra points for hitting it through the cylinder there.
Yep. So full count to the number 2 hitter, Landry Sipes. For the Rockets, Lane Ogle with 5 strikeouts up to this point, only 1 walk. Off-speed pitch, strike 3 called. That's her 6th strikeout of the ball game. Second out here in the inning.
Olivia Paston.
And that's got to make you feel good to go 8 pitches into an at-bat and get them looking.
Yep, Olivia Paston, good ball game up to this point. A single up the middle in the first, a double off the wall in right center field in the third. The left-hander does not get cheated at the plate for the Rockets. The official attendance for tonight is 2,200 people. That does include the people that were lining up for the senior parade, but hey.
I wondered where you were going with that.
1-1. Line drive. Again, one hops. The bullpen dugout on the baseball field. So looking back, you can say just a little bit early. So we count 1 ball, 2 strikes to the number 3 hitter for the Rockets. Wearing number 99. Unusual number for high school athletics. 1-2 pitch. Outside, ball 2.
I was figuring that we'd see some outside. I figured we'd see a low. Low and away.
So we're back in action Friday night. District 42 action. Frederick Douglass makes the short trip to take on the Cardinals at Scott County. We'll be over at the county park. Calling that one myself along with Scotty Sutton. We'll bring that to you live. 3-2 pitch, fouled. 1 hops. The bullpen on the baseball field again. So I think it's safe to say she's not getting confused. She knows what's coming here. This will be the 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up here.
She's the team leader in RBIs for a reason. Let's see if we can get her here. Come on, Lane.
Pop up to Brooklyn Booth. Booth turned around. She's going for 3. Sullivan's throw for Luckadoo, and she's out. Good job defensively for the 3rd out of the inning. So we're going to do this. We're going to give her a double off the wall in center field. And then we're going to call her out.
They had 1 hit, no runs, and no runners left on base.
Trying to go to third base.
After 4.5.
And that one is going to be 8
She's all knotted up.
to 6 to 5. So we'll take a timeout. We'll come back. You're watching high school softball on the BirdsNestSports.com broadcast network. Back after this.
County Physical Therapy is a privately owned physical therapy practice specializing in outpatient orthopedics, sports and industrial rehab, neurological rehabilitation, low back pain, neck pain, and arthritic conditions. Our mission is to provide the highest quality physical therapy to assist each individual and the community at large. Scott County Physical Therapy, a journey to wellness. To contact the physical therapist and Scott County Physical Therapy, please dial 502-863-4242. Scott County Physical Therapy is the title sponsor for Scott County Athletics.
Welcome back to the BirdsNestSports.com broadcast network. Mike Ritchie, along with Billy Parker. We're at Great Crossing High School. Great softball game up to this point. Assumption making the trip from Louisville, take on Great Crossing.
Brooklyn.
We're tied at 1-1. Both of them has been off of home runs. Regan Will hit one for Assumption in the 2nd inning, and Cameron Luckadoo led off the 3rd inning with a home run as well. We have Brooklyn Booth due up. Yep. And then rolling to the top. Yep. Brooklyn did a great job. She tried to find defense, turned around. When she did, the ball was to her left. She goes over and picks it up, throws a strike to Delaney Sullivan, who throws another strike to Cameron Luckadoo. And all Olivia Paston could do was say, uh-oh. She tried to stop and get back to second, but Cameron Luckadoo ran her down pretty easily for the 3rd out of the inning for Great Crossing. So Brooklyn Booth, Cameron Luckadoo, Delaney Sullivan. The 3 players that were involved. Here's a bump for a base hit. Up quickly is Lacey Hughes. There she is. And Brooklyn Booth runs it out for an infield single. That'll be the 5th hit of the ball game.
Now batting the 3rd baseman.
And here comes trouble. Here comes trouble. So that'll be the 5th hit of the ball game for Great Crossing. And now we're back to the top of the lineup. Cameron Luckadoo. A single in the 6th hole. In the 1st, a home run to left center field that skimmed off the top of the fence. In the 3rd. So the Warhawks making a little bit of noise. Reagan Gibson on the mound. She came in the 4th inning for the Rockets. First pitch called a strike. Or excuse me. It's 1-1. Lisa Pinkston, the head coach for Assumption, is coming out, bringing her assistant out as well. So we've got an old-fashioned conference on the mound.
A little double conference.
Yes, we do. Looks like the one coach is talking to the pitcher and catcher. The other coach is talking to the infielders. And the outfielders have to be left out. Where's the outfield coach?
They're good out there. Which reminds me, the first time up, I swear to you, the right fielder was right on top of the center fielder when Delaney Sullivan hit the ball to her. So I'm going to be looking this time around for a shift. Yep. To see if I'm crazy or if she's just that fast. I'm not sure what it was.
So the count's 1 ball, 1 strike to the leadoff hitter for the Warhawks, Cameron Alekadu. 2 for 2 in the ball game so far. Couldn't lay off that high fastball. And she finds herself behind the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes here, no outs in the bottom of the 5th inning. Outfield pretty much straight up for the sophomore. She hits a shot down the left field line. It's about a foot foul off the warning track. They're going to bring Booth in. Give her a double.
Now batting, shortstop, Delaney Sullivan.
So an RBI, the second RBI of the ball game for Luckadoo. Scores Booth all the way from first base for the second run of the ball game. So the Warhawks take the lead here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Sullivan on batting for the Warhawks.
Looks like we do have a smidge, a little bit of a shift going on in the outfield, Mike.
Yep. She had a triple to right center field. He's calling out for leaving too early on the tag. On the fly ball off the bat of Nani Valencia for the 3rd out of the 3rd inning. So a chance to do some damage here. Great Crossing's already 1 run across the plate as Brooklyn Booth had a single on a bunt and was able to score from first on a line drive smash down the left field line. Actually carried out and landed in the warning track about a foot fair.
He looked long and hard at that pitch.
Ball gets away and Luckadoo easily over to third base.
He's flashing 3-1, Mike.
Yep. So 3 balls, 1 strike here to Delaney Sullivan, the sophomore shortstop for the Warhawks. She pulls it foul down the first base line.
He's flashing full count. He just flashed full count.
So 3 balls, 2 strikes, says Mike Akers. He's just letting us know he cares.
Better with 5 fingers than another variety of it.
All right, here we go. Foul ball straight back.
Good effort, good effort. Staying alive, as you said.
6th pitch of the bat here for Delaney Sullivan. She pulls that one foul down the first base line. Ball's outside. Here comes Luckadoo on the pass ball. She scores easily.
I don't think they can take that one away from us, do you think?
Now batting the catcher, Kendall Meade.
So that's the first walk of the ball game for Reagan Gibson. The second walk for Assumption as a team.
You said she's prone to those a little bit, didn't you, Mike?
Yeah, she's given up she's given up 14 walks on the season. Let me correct that, I apologize. She's given up 22 walks on the season to go with 55 strikeouts coming into today's ball game.
How many pitches you think Sullivan waits before she goes?
I'll tell you here in a couple minutes.
Not much on making.
I'm usually not wrong in that situation. First pitch, she's off. The throw a little bit late from Monroe, so a stolen base.
Well, you didn't need 5 minutes for that one right there. So that puts her total up to 16.
Yep. Kendall Mead, the catcher, 0 for 2 today, hitting .389 coming into the ball game. In the lineup for Bianca Ward, who's out of the ball game today. She squares the bunt, lays down the first one down the first baseline, picked up by Schaefer with the tag, and Sullivan over to third.
Now batting first baseman, Nani Valencia.
So we got somebody up here in the press box a little bit happy with that bunt.
The bunt patrol.
First out. And now Delaney Sullivan's over at third base for Nani Valencia. Had an intentional walk and a fly out to right field. Thought she had an RBI, but no such luck in that third inning when Sullivan tagged up a little bit early. It's almost a do-over right here. Valencia, I don't think she was looking to bunt that one, and she's swinging for the heels. So no balls, 2 strikes, 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. 3-1 is your score. Foul tip into the mitt, strike 3. So good job for Reagan Gibson. Hits the number 4 here before Great Crossing.
Reagan LaPierre.
That's her 3rd strikeout of the ball game. And now Reagan LaPierre, the DP. Pop up to the first baseman and hit by pitch the last time up.
High and away ball.
Yep. Assumption's been struggling a little bit keeping the ball in the catcher's mitt. They've had a couple of wild pitches here. And pretty much any wild pitch is going to get Delaney Sullivan in from third base. So the pressure's on right here. Ball low. Count evens up, 1 ball, 1 strike to the senior DP for Great Crossing. Ball high. Count goes to 2 balls and 1 strike. Bottom of the 5th inning here at Great Crossing High School. Strike call, and it evens up. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here. Great Crossing has scored 2 runs in the inning up to this point to take the 3-1 lead. Pierre staying alive. She fouls it into the net. Swing and a miss. 4th strikeout for Reagan Gibson.
For Great Crossing.
But Great Crossing's able to do some damage.
1 runner left on base.
They score 2 runs.
After 5 complete. It's Great Crossing.
On 2 hits.
Assumption 1.
No errors, leaving 1 runner on base. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back and see the line totals through 5. You're watching high school softball on the BirdsNestSports.com broadcast network. We'll be back right after this.
Orthopedics, we are constantly striving to be on the cutting edge of practice and technology. This is why we're the first in the area to acquire the Stryker Mako robot to assist our physicians in knee surgeries. The Stryker Mako robot is the pioneer of robotics in orthopedic surgery and has the industry-leading experience in orthopedic robotics. This allows our doctors to be more precise and allows you to recover faster and with less pain. Bluegrass Orthopedics and Bluegrass Specialty Surgical Center, serving athletes of all ages.
Welcome back to the BirdsNestSports.com broadcast network. Mike Ritchie, Billy Parker here at Great Crossing High School. Great softball game. Great Crossing has the lead. You can see the line totals up to this point through 5. Assumption with 1 run on 6 hits, no errors. Great Crossings 3 runs on 6 hits as well, no errors.
Now batting pitcher Reagan Gibson.
So leading off for the Rockets is the pitcher Reagan Gibson. She had a single in the 6th hole, popped up to Sullivan at shortstop her last time up. So 1 for 2 in the ball game. First pitch outside from Lane Ogle. On deck is the first baseman, Sam Schaefer. Oh, speed pitch high. She can't lay off of it. Strike 1. Top of the 6th inning here in Georgetown, Kentucky. Off-speed pitch, and the count goes 2 balls and 1 strike. Outside. He's trying to get her to chase. No such luck up to this point. 3 balls and 1 strike. Gibson batting .488. Foul tip into the mitt of Kendall Mead for the 2nd strike.
All right, Lane, get her here.
Ground ball in the 6th hole, just past the diving Delaney Sullivan. So the 7th hit of the ball game for Assumption.
Now batting first baseman.
That'll bring up Sam Schaefer, the first baseman. 0 for 2 in the ball game, 2 strikeouts. Running for Gibson.
Running for Assumption, number 5, Riley Sandiffer.
Number 5, Riley Sandiffer. Running for Gibson over at first base.
It appears the senior parade's over. See a lot of students over at the cars.
Yep. First pitch outside. Ball 1. Run attempt off the bat of Schaefer. Goes foul. Three to 1 here in the 6th inning. Assumption first runner on base. That pitch outside. Count goes to 2 balls and 1 strike. Pitch outside. Pickoff play. Good hustle there by Destiny Reed. She saves and saves the ball and keeps the runner from advancing.
Number 2 has the count in her favor.
Yep, 3 balls and 1 strike.
Which today she seems to need as much help as she can get. She struggled.
She back to Ogle. Ogle quickly up to Reed. Pulls Reed off the base. And hustling is Riley Sandiffer, and she goes all the way to third base. So we're going to call that an E1.
Now batting the right fielder, Amelia Cassidy.
So Assumption making some noise here as they have Riley Sandiffer, the courtesy runner for Reagan Gibson over at third base. Sam Schaefer tried to give us an out. We couldn't take it as the throw from Lane Ogle pulls Destiny Reed off the bag. and hustling all the way as Sandifer goes all the way to third base. So first and third here, no outs, and Amelia Kaysen, the right fielder. Ground out to Reed, strikeout looking in the third, and we've got something's going to happen. I think we have a pinch runner. That pinch runner is going to be number 32, Emily Shear.
Running for Assumption, number 32, Emily Shear.
Kaysen leads the team in extra base hits. Not the person you want to see up with runners on first and third. But last time up, she struck out, so.
First pitch, fouled back into the net. Like we said, Kaysen is 0 for 2 in the ball game. Chance to do some damage here. Pitch is high. 7 hits for Assumption. 6 for the Warhawks. No outs, runners on the corner, pop up. Luckadoo goes back. Delaney Sullivan nice play. For the out, the runner is going to tag. Sullivan's throw to second base is not in time.
That was a heck of a play.
So F6 sack with an RBI for Amelia Kaysen.
Reagan Monroe.
With the second run of the ball game in for Assumption. On that out on a nice play by Delaney Sullivan, diving, and we'll get a timeout as Coach Portwood comes out with runner Emily Shear down at second base. We'll do this. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back. You're watching high school softball on the BirdsNestSports.com broadcast network. Back after this.
And Bird's Nest Athletics would like to take this opportunity to thank our corporate sponsors: Bluegrass Orthopedics, Georgetown News Graphic, Denise M. Keene, Certified Public Accountant, Brickhouse Properties Real Estate, Chick-fil-A, Toyota Motor Manufacturing of Kentucky, Clark's Pump and Shop, Georgetown Community Hospital, West Banco, Greens Toyota of Lexington, Ozer Paint and Flooring, Scott County Veterinary Clinic, People's Bank, Time to Shine Car Wash, Steve Skierman, Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance, Domino's Pizza, Burger King, Galvin's on Main. This broadcast has been made possible by these corporate sponsors and viewers.
Who's number 3?
Ogle. She's going to the outfield. I'm not sure who came in.
She's going to center?
I don't know. Usually she goes to left. Okay, Booth. Booth is coming into play.
Booth is playing first?
Either she's playing first or second. Because usually, like I said, Destiny usually shifts over.
Welcome back to the BirdsNestSports.com broadcast network. Now pitching for the Warhawks is Nani Valencia. She's pitched in 9 games, started 1, 26.2 innings, 22 hits, 12 runs, 8 errors, 8 walks, 24 strikeouts. She's 3-2 with 2 saves, and she's number 24 in the state with 2 saves, and she got an opportunity here as well to pick up number 3. Defensively, it looks like Lane Ogle is going to go out and start playing left field.
Pitching for Greg Crossings, number 19, Nami Valencia.
Looks like Destiny Reed's going to be first base.
Number 42, Brooklyn
Booth will be at second.
Left field, Lane Ogle.
So Riley McAllister is going to go to center field. Destiny Reed's going to come over to first. And Brooklyn Booth is going to come into second base for the Warhawks. And Reagan Monroe, the catcher, already with 1 home run and the RBI. Struck out in her second appearance here today, so 1 for 2 in the ball game. Emily Shear down at second base for Assumption with the tying run. Here's the pitch from Valencia. Pop up into right center field. Shear's going to tag up. Making the play is Booth. Here's the throw. It's a little bit high. Perfect throw.
Mike, that was closer than I thought it'd be. That's good effort. Good effort by Miss Baker.
Now batting shortstop.
So 2 outs in the inning on the fly ball. And that'll bring up Izzy Rushing, the shortstop. Singled up the middle, stole the base, stranded at second. base in the second inning, flew out to the right fielder booth in the fourth. So 2 outs here. Tying run at third base. Valencia on the mound for the Warhawks. Here's the pitch, fouled straight back into the net, strike one. Shot down the left field line, foul. So Olga pitches 5 in the third innings. She gives up 7 hits. Had only, I think, 1 walk or maybe no walks. No walks and had 6 strikeouts. She's given up 2 runs. Both of those were earned. We'll see what happens to the runner on third base as she's responsible for her. But Valencia finds herself way ahead in the count. 1 ball and 2 strikes here. 2 outs in the bottom or top of the 6th inning. Ufa's pitch a little bit high. Ball count goes to 2-2. Pop up out to right field. Underneath of it is Katie Baker for the 3rd out of the inning. So back-to-back right field pop-ups. And Valencia comes in and does the job to keep the lead 4.
On 1 hit.
Great Crossing. They go to the bottom of the 6th inning with Great Crossing with the lead, 3-2 over Assumption. We'll be back right after this on the BirdsNestSports.com broadcast network.
Ever wonder where the capital A in Chick-fil-A came from? It started with grade A, top quality chicken. But we believed everything, not just the food, should be grade A.
A is for above and beyond.
An extra level of care.
A game.
From caring for our guests in our community to cleanliness and safe service with a My Pleasure. A is for all the little things we do to bring you our best every day.
A little funky dance.
And that too.
Welcome back to the BirdsNestSports.com broadcast network. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Great Crossing has to feel lucky right there, Billy, to get out of that inning, only giving up 1 to keep the lead at 3-2.
Oh, certainly, yeah. And we've seen all season long, it's not uncommon for Lane Ogle to start us off and for Nani Valencia to finish us. They're a good 1-2 combo.
Yep. Valencia comes in with runners at second base. She comes in and gets 2 pop-ups to right field to get out of the inning. So we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Great Crossing trying to extend the lead.
Destiny Reed.
So now batting 0 for 2 in the ball game up to this point. Destiny Reed moved over to play first base when Valencia went in.
I just saw the lights come on. Former Energy manager Jim McClanahan. I hope he doesn't see that. Jim, if you're listening, it's DT's fault.
Key word in that statement is former. So we appreciate his opinion, but former means a lot. 1 ball, no strikes here. Sorry for the editorial, but hey, bottom of the 6th inning here. Got to talk about something. Great Crossing up 3-2. Destiny Reed, the first baseman, finds herself ahead in the count. 2 balls and no strikes. So it'll be Reed, Ogle, and Baker for Great Crossing. It'd be nice if they could score 1 run here to extend that lead. Pitch is high, and the count goes 3 balls and no strikes. Got to think she's taken here. What do you think?
I'll tell you in 5 minutes.
You're the color guy. You're supposed to be able to make these guesses.
Yeah, I'd expect to take here. I wasn't expecting to walk, though. There was a good little bit outside on that pitch.
Now batting
second walk of the ball game for Gibson. That'll bring up Lane Ogle. So Ogle started out pitching 5 in the third innings. Moved to left field when Valencia went to the mound. Tries the bunt, pops it up. Sam Schaefer with a nice play. That'll
Now
bring up Katie Baker, the right fielder, batting 354. Katie hit a double down the left field line in the second, struck out in the fourth. So 1 for 2 in the ball game for the senior. Heading over to Transy next year. Foul back into the net.
That swing translates to me that I ain't scared.
Mm-hmm. On the steal attempt is Reed. Ball goes to center field, but Reed dives into the bag. Can't get up in time. So a stolen base and a runner in scoring position for Katie Baker. Brooklyn Booth on deck for Great Crossing. Remember, we're back live Friday night over at Scott County as district rival for the Cardinals. Frederick Douglass comes to town. 1-1 pitch, fouled straight back into the net. She just missed that one.
I can always tell when Baker's up. She's got her visor turned around backwards, sticking out of her helmet there. She gives us a little assist there. A little difference from her peers.
Called strike 3. That's the fifth strikeout for Gibson.
Now batting first baseman, Brooklyn.
Casey only had 1 strikeout. Gibson has come in and struck out 5. And now batting for the Warhawks, the second baseman, Brooklyn Booth. 1 for 2 in the ball game. Scored the second run for Great Crossing.
Going after 0-1.
Reed halfway down to third base, decides to put on the hold the horses, so to speak, gets back quickly. 2 outs here in the inning. Foul ball. So 1-2 is the count. Reagan Gibson battling Brooklyn Booth here with 2 outs in the 6th inning. Swing and a miss. So another strikeout, make that number 6 for
the Warhawks,
Gibson. So
6. No runs, no hits.
the Warhawks unable to do anything with that lead-off walk.
Warhawks 3.
We'll take a timeout.
Assumption 2.
We'll come back to the Bird's Nest Broadcast Network. Back right after this.
Scott County Veterinary Clinic offers complete animal health care, including hospitalization, surgery, in-house blood work, and laser therapy, along with a state-of-the-art boarding facility and a large yard to run and play. Find us online for more information.
Welcome back to the Bird's Nest Sports.com Broadcast Network. Mike Ritchie, Billy Parker here for you as we go into the top of the 6th inning, our 7th inning, excuse me. Looking at your stat line total through, 6 complete. You can see here, Assumption 2 runs on 7 hits. Great Crossings 3 runs on 6 hits.
Now batting number 5, Riley.
You know, I didn't look at the RPI today, but the last time I looked at it, the 11th region had, I think, 4 of the top 13 teams, Mike. So we're representing well tonight, looks like.
Yes, we are. So Valencia on the mound. First pitch. Blue pit outside the diving reach of Brooklyn Leaf for a leadoff single by Lacey Hughes.
Now batting second baseman, Emily Speaker.
That's the 8th hit of the ball game for Assumption. Not what you wanted if you're a Warhawk fan. As the number 9 hitter gets on base, back up to the top to the second baseman, Emily Speaker. Speaker batting .448, 0 for 2 with a walk in the ball game today. So Assumption keeping this ball game exciting. Down 1 run, leadoff runner on first base. Here's the first pitch to Speaker. She's able to get the high pitch down. Luckily over to
Nice.
and Meade.
Nice.
Down at covering third base, though. Great job right there. That was live. The catcher, Kendall Meade. As she comes down from home plate and covers third base on that runner tipped.
I've seen the left fielder cover third before, Mike, but I have not seen the catcher cover third. That was excellent.
So a sac bunt for Emily Speaker for the first out, and then we're going to go 3-2 on an out over at third base for the second out of the inning.
That's going to be one people are going to look at in the scorebook and think that we messed something up.
Yep. So a great job by the sophomore catcher, Kendall Meade. You don't see the catcher in full gear covering third base quite often. But a strike from Destiny Reed, and the runner, Lacey Hughes, was out by a few feet. So 2 outs here. And Landry Sipes trying to do whatever she can to get on base and pass it back to Olivia Paston. Pop up into left center field. Calling for it is Raleigh McAllister, and this one belongs to the Warhawks. Your final score is
Assumption in the 7th.
Great Crossing 3, Assumption 2. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back and look at the stats and talk about our player of the game. You're watching high school softball on the BirdsNestSports.com broadcast network. Back after this.
Oral surgery, you need a surgeon you can trust and feel at home with. Consider Dr. Robert Henderson at Georgetown Oral and Facial Surgery. Specializing in wisdom teeth extraction, surgery to prepare for dentures, biopsies, corrective jaw surgery, TMJ disorders, and dental implants. All outpatient procedures are performed right here in our office. We participate with most insurance, we offer care credit, and take care of all the paperwork. Georgetown Oral and Facial Surgery will give you a lot to smile about.
Scott County Physical Therapy is a privately owned physical therapy practice specializing in outpatient orthopedics, sports and industrial rehab, neurological rehabilitation, low back pain, neck pain, and arthritic conditions. Our mission is to provide the highest quality physical therapy to assist each individual and the community at large. Scott County Physical Therapy, a journey to wellness. To contact the physical therapist and Scott County Physical Therapy, please dial 502-863-4242. Scott County Physical Therapy is the title sponsor for Scott County Athletics.
Scott County Schools and Bird's Nest Athletics would like to take this opportunity to thank our corporate sponsors: Bluegrass Orthopedics, Georgetown News Graphic, Denise M. Keene, Certified Public Accountant, Brickhouse Properties Real Estate, Chick-fil-A, Toyota Motor Manufacturing of Kentucky, Clark's Pump and Shop, Georgetown Community Hospital, West Banco, Greens Toyota of Lexington, Ozer Paint and Flooring, Scott County Veterinary Clinic, People's Bank, Time to Shine Car Wash, Steve Skierman, Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance, Domino's Pizza, Burger King, Galvin's on Main. This broadcast has been made possible by these corporate sponsors and viewers like you.
At Bluegrass Orthopedics, we are constantly striving to be on the cutting edge of practice and technology. This is why we're the first in the area to acquire the Stryker Mako robot to assist our physicians in knee surgeries. The Stryker Mako robot is the pioneer of robotics in orthopedic surgery and has the industry-leading experience in orthopedic robotics. This allows our doctors to be more precise and allows you to recover faster and with less pain. Bluegrass Orthopedics and Bluegrass Specialty Surgical Center, serving athletes of all ages.
There he is.
Welcome back to the BirdsNestSports.com Broadcast Network. Mike Ritchie, along with my broadcast partner, Billy Parker. You saw a good ball game here tonight. Great Crossing holds on for the 3-2 victory. Great Crossing runs their record to 18-5. Assumption drops now to 12-7. So your line totals, Assumption had 2 runs on 8 hits, no errors. Great Crossing's 3 runs on 6 hits, 1 error. Your winning pitcher is Lane Ogle. She improves her record to 7-2. The losing pitcher is Olivia Casey. She drops to 2-1. And Nani Valencia gets her 3rd save of the year. She was already in the top 20 in the state in that category, and she'll jump up and go a little higher after her performance here today. So, Bill, you look at it, in the top of the 7th, the Rockets tried to do the damage, but the base running mistake by the number 9 hitter, Lacey Hughes, she tried to stretch that sack bunt into to third base, and a great play by Kendall Mead over there covering from the catcher spot, and pretty much after that, it was ball game over.
Yeah, and you're going to get away with that, I guess, with maybe some of your district opponents or lesser foes, but, I mean, I'm a little bit surprised, but yeah, it was definitely great ending. I'm super impressed. I'm gonna have to make sure I tell Kendall Mead how impressed I was with her getting out there and covering third there.
Yep, and looking at it, our Player of the Game award presented by Burger King, and again, Cameron Luckady is going to want us to keep showing up because she's 2 for 2 now. But give her the Player of the Game. She led off the ball game with a single up to in the 6th hole, stole second base. She came up with a home run to tie it up in the 3rd, and then had an RBI double to left field for her 2nd RBI of the ball game, and scored the winning run, wound up being the 3rd run. So
2 RBIs, 2 runs.
Our Burger King Player of the Game here on the broadcast tonight is number 22, the 3rd baseman, Cameron Luckady. So we'll go down and present her with her award. And so from my broadcast partner, Billy Parker, any final thoughts from the ball game tonight?
No, it came out the way I really expected it to. I expected it to be a close-fought game. It was nice to see in person that Assumption has a 1-2 pitching punch just like Great Crossing does with Ogle and Valencia. But all in all, great night for softball, stickball, and great game.
All righty, so with that being said, we're going to go ahead and sign off here tonight. Again, a great ball game for you. Glad we could bring it to you. So the time, if you're keeping track of it, the ball game went up 1 hour and 46 minutes. So again, like I said, we'll be back Friday night as another softball game. This time Scott County will be taking on Frederick Douglass over at Scott County Park. So if you get a chance, get over and watch the ball game. There's nothing like watching high school athletics in person. If you can't do it, check us out here on the internet at birdsnestsports.com. Everybody have a good evening, and thanks again for watching.